And it's not just supporters under the microscope.
Apparently not. The resignation of yet another candidate in BC over comments made in the past on social media is raising some new questions about how Elections Canada deals with the fallout. Kylie Stanton explains why.
The signs are out, but the office is closed. Victoria Liberal candidate Cheryl Thomas is this election campaign's latest casualty of a social media gaffe.
This is politics today. Social media is part of your campaign.
It's pretty shocking.
Thomas is stepping down due to comments she made on her Facebook page, exposed by the website True North Times.
Santa has to be white. You can't have a brown guy with a beard sneaking into your house in the middle of the night. You'd be calling the bomb squad.
She goes on equating mosques to brainwashing stations and voicing opposition to Israel's policies towards Palestine. Today she was back online, but this time with an apology posted to her website, stating, "I know firsthand that my comments were inappropriate. I will immediately cease my campaign."
Your digital footprint is very important. It's important to keep your eye on it and use it effectively. It's a great way to tell your story, but it can also come back and bite you in the butt if you're not careful.
Thomas is not the only one. So far, a dozen candidates from all parties have dropped out of the race over something that's come to light on social media. Here in BC, the Liberals have lost Cowichan-Malahat-Langford candidate Maria Manna over a Facebook post questioning the origins of the 9/11 attacks. The party's South Surrey White Rock candidate Joy Davies resigned over pro-pot comments made on her page.
Bravo.
It's something this former Prime Minister admits wasn't a factor when he was in office.
We had a different type of communication. It's different.
But argues social media is just another element to conquer.
You have to go and knocking doors, and after that you have to defeat your opponents. So it's still democracy at its best.
Not quite. Elections Canada confirms because Thomas did not withdraw before Monday's deadline, her name will remain on the ballot. It's such a rare occurrence, its legal department is looking into what, if anything, can be done to let voters know what the circumstances are. With 18 days to go, it serves as a warning for those still in the race.
Anything is fair game. It's the reality of elections today.
Kylie Stanton, Global News, Victoria.
And the reality of social media. Keith Baldry joins us now with more on this. Keith, obviously an embarrassment for the Liberals here. Could it give the Greens a significant lift in Victoria?
Well, yeah, the geographical uniqueness here that the Greens are strong here brings into play. Where will the Liberal vote go? Right now in Victoria, Victoria is considered a strong NDP riding. They won with 50% of the vote in 2011. But I can tell you, in Victoria, there's a heck of a lot of Green signs, Green Party signs. Local candidate Joanne Roberts, well-known former CBC radio host. And these are on people's lawns, not on boulevards. So those are committed voters. But while it's a strong NDP riding, let's take a look at the by-election results from just a couple of years ago in this riding. It paints a dramatically different picture and raises the question, what happens to those Liberal voters when they've got no Liberal to vote for? The Greens almost took this riding, losing by a hair in 2012. The New Democrats very nervous. So those 5,000 plus Liberal voters, about 8,000 in general election, are they going to move? Are they going to move to either the NDP or the Greens? Just anecdotally, I can tell you already, I'm picking up signs on social media. A number of Liberal voters say they want to vote Green, but the NDP will get some as well. I don't think the Conservatives will get much from the Liberals, and some of those Liberals, of course, will stay home. But it makes Victoria now a three-way race, which is unusual in that the Greens are one of those parties, and makes this riding in particular one to keep an eye on election night on October 19th.
In play for the Greens. Does the party have any significant support in any other ridings beyond Victoria?
Well, around here they do. Elizabeth May, right next door, of course, she was elected. She's a sitting MP, the only one the Greens have. Probably favored to win re-election on October 19th. But the Greens also had about 15,000 people voting for them in three other neighboring ridings right next to here. In fact, they finished in third place ahead of the Liberals in those ridings in 2011. So they could have an impact, not necessarily winning, but they could determine which party wins on October 19th because they'll be taking votes from a number of parties.